And welcome to episode 70 of the Bama Geeks. Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Hi.
Happy eat till you just pop. That's what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks and probably every day because it's what I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Brock Parker, and with me is my wife. If you're watching on YouTube, yes, her head is enormous. That's Jessica Parker.
I've got a big Santa hat on with big earphones and everything just looks like I got a big noggin going on
And
here.
I'm getting a big complex about it because you keep talking about it.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. And then, of course, Kevin Gardner and Bo Bearden.
Greetings.
So we hope you guys are doing well. This will be a shortened episode. We've been chatting with our Patreon members prior to this. Not very long this time. We've had a very busy day. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see out over Jessica's shoulder. It's daylight outside.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
sunlight behind me over here.
Yeah, we normally record at night, but it's Saturday afternoon. We participated this morning. We all gathered in Hueytown, Alabama, on the northwest side of Birmingham, and we did their Christmas parade today with the Alabama Ghostbusters. So we had that this morning. We're doing this, and then Jess and I are narrating a Christmas performance tonight and tomorrow night. So that's why we've changed up our schedule and why it's going to be a little bit shorter. We're just busy this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But we wanted to take a few minutes and jump on here with you. By the time you hear this, all this will have passed. Hopefully the storms, too, that are coming into Alabama this weekend.
Yep.
It is tornado season.
It is.
It's what, fourth tornado season? We usually have like 3 or 4 of them a year.
Yeah.
At least it was polite enough to wait till after the major college football season was over, so James Spann won't get death threats because he's breaking in during games.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Always feel bad for James. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of Christmas this episode up a little bit, maybe reflect on the year, some of our favorite things that's happened to us. Normally, we've got one more episode scheduled before the end of the year, but the next recording date is Christmas Eve, and none of us will be available that day for obvious reasons. Spending time with family and friends. So we're going to wrap up 2023 with this episode. We'll come back with a regular episode in January, and we may come up with some fun things to do, maybe a couple of streams. Bo has talked about dragging up some old local commercials.
Old local or something local to us, or if somebody's watching with us, I have a suggestion, something old local to you, something new to us.
Yeah. So we may have some surprise live streams up, as we're all on vacation at the end of the year. And we're probably going to wind up doing those in the front porch. So if you're on Facebook and you're not a member of the Bama Geeks front porch, all you have to do is search for that, hop on in there, and we may do some surprise streams in there just to sit back and relax and enjoy some old commercials or whatever we feel like doing.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know.
It's vacation. We'll do whatever we want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be at Huh?
Who's to stop us?
That's right, man.
Right.
Yeah, it's our stream. Come on. So just be on the lookout for that if you want to join us for those. So again, this morning we did the Hueytown Christmas Parade, had a great time. There were more than 100 entrants. It was the biggest one since
It was a-
2015, I believe.
Yes.
It was a
that's what
very
they said.
long parade.
Yeah, it was very long, and we walked about, well, 3 of us here walked about 2 miles in the parade up hills. Kevin brought his Tesla and dragged a trailer behind it with Stay Puffed on it and some decorations that
Wow.
friend of the podcast and Alabama Ghostbuster member Caitlin Burtlin. I'm sorry, Caitlin. I was
What?
giving you a shout out and butchered it.
Oh, my.
Caitlin Burton. She made some fantastic decorations. In fact, if you're looking on YouTube, Kevin is pointing at one right now,
Mhm.
and Bo has one over his shoulder right there. He's got the Buckeye Ghost. she made these decorations for the float, and a
Yeah.
giant firehouse with an ecto in it, and Slimer with the Santa hat.
It is jaw-droppingly accurate. I mean, they look so good to real
Mm.
Ghostbusters. I mean, I was like, you know what? Where were you when we were doing this when we first started?
Yeah.
She's
Well,
like,
She was almost
was-
in diapers.
Yeah.
Caitlin's one of our youngest members. Oh, but yeah, Caitlin put a lot of hard work into the float decoration, so we appreciate you, Caitlin, so much, and thank you for everything you did. And
Mhm.
Kevin, thank you for driving the trailer around, and Shane and Leanne and Jason and Doug Vincent, who is a newly minted member of the Alabama
Mhm.
Ghostbusters,
Mhm.
and the four of us, and then Leanne's niece. Am I leaving anybody out?
I
I think that's it.
I do believe that is it. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. So
you
we
say Chuck?
and
Chuck.
Chuck. How
Chuck.
we leave Chuck out?
Chuck.
Chuck. We don't get to see Chuck much. Chuck's
Yeah.
wonderful.
It's good to see Chuck today.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the Alabama Ghostbusters had a good showing. A lot of people were like, "What? Why are Ghostbusters in the parade?" It's like, you know what? Just enjoy it.
Well, there was a
Lot-
Batman ahead of us.
There
Mhm.
was. There
Yeah.
was. Yeah. So a lot of fun. A lot of people yelling, "Who you gonna call?" A lot of people yelling that. That's always nice to see. So we had a great time. Thank you to the Hueytown Area Chamber of Commerce for having us out. Thank you to the city of Hueytown for putting that on. And we had a blast. Maybe we'll do it again next year. And
well, and
maybe,
you
Cooler
look
weather.
out. You may actually see us in some more parades coming up.
Yeah.
yeah, keep an eye out around Birmingham. We're going to start planning on some other events. The Alabama Ghostbusters, we kind of been quiet for a little while, but I think now that we're getting some fresh blood into the group, things are starting to pick back up again. Maybe
Mhm.
not to the 10 events during 3 months level that we had
Oh
in
my gosh,
2010.
that was crazy.
They can do
Man.
that. The
Yeah,
young
yeah,
bloods
yeah.
can.
We old. So, what else? What else? Anything been going on with you guys for the last couple of weeks?
Mm.
I did. As soon as I can actually figure out how to do this on this computer, I do want to share a picture that came from today that was absolutely amazing. But I'll work on that. I mean, so far as like what's been going on, I mean, it's just been basically the same as like with Caitlin. You know what she was doing, trying to figure out how to get the everything ready for the parade. I was also trying to get the trailer, which isn't meant for people to ride on it, ready for the parade. So now it's parade ready, so we can do more parades in the future.
Yeah.
With it. So that was actually really fun. I commented on this in the Patreon episode that we did before this, but folks here had said that we were pulling it with my car, which is a Tesla, and you don't see those often in parades. Really often, you don't see them. It's just they just haven't made it into that kind of thing. So we were pulling it with my car, and there was a lot of kids that were going, "Oh my God, it's a Tesla!"
Yeah.
Ghostbusters. Wait, Tesla.
Yeah.
What? I thought that was actually pretty cool. And it actually turned out to be, I knew it was going to be a perfectly fine vehicle for parade, for pulling a float, because it's real steady and there's not a lot of jerk and
Yeah.
whatnot. So
How did the extra weight from pulling, like having additional people with the trailer that adjust for your
it's
battery?
nothing.
Oh.
Of course, I've carried 2 tons worth of concrete on the back
Oh,
of
that
that
is
thing
true. I
before.
didn't think
It's
about
not a
that.
big
Yeah.
deal. That was nothing.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, Jess and I were carrying the banner at the front of in front of Kevin's car, and so we would look back occasionally, and people were walking, and then once we got past a couple of really big hills, we turned around and
Yeah.
looked, and everybody was sitting on the trailer. It's like,
I
really?
can't blame them.
Chuck and Bo and Jess and I were all walking, and everybody else was just piled on the trailer going, nope, that's it.
Nope.
That's probably the longest parade I think we've ever done.
Well, I've got a pre-parade photo to show you guys. We can add it to the stage. Chuck caught me being a goober
Well-
for pre-parade, and that's actually Caitlin. That's right there,
Yeah.
off to my I don't know, off to the right on the image. If you
picture.
guys are seeing that, so that's just me being a typical goober. That's usually a good indicator that it was a fun time for me, is that I'm being an absolute goober. So yeah. It was a very, very fun experience. And I love coming out and doing, events with the team, and this was, we were able to do more. So I'm kind of hoping that we get to do, we talked about doing the St. Patrick's Day parade in Birmingham, Alabama. So be really cool if we can get ourselves set up for that and have an even bigger presence. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of presents, before we finish, Kevin.
Ooh, look at that segue.
Yeah. Oh, well, you set it up, sir. Kevin lovingly gave us gifts, and we haven't opened it yet. This is a Back to the Future the musical collectible bag. It's very nice. I love all the as we call it at work, the word salad on the side. Woe and heavy. It's a lot of woes. In fact,
when you're actually watching the thing, those are like all over the walls and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So that's just a kind of a representation of what you see while you're watching it.
It's whoa. This is heavy. Yeah. Well, very nice. Well, we haven't opened it yet. We wanted to save this to the episode. I think Bo's already dug into his.
Yeah, I dug into mine. I had to do it in front of Kevin. I was like, I didn't want to be like, hey, get home. Oh, this is cool. But I wanted to,
Yeah.
And I didn't think about it. I should have saved it for the podcast. That's where
honestly, this was not our intention to save it for the podcast, as we were just trying to get home.
Yeah, it just worked out
in time so we could record this. We just kind of went, we got to do this.
And just so folks remember, the reason that they're getting this is because I went to the Back to the Future, the musical in New York. It's been quite a few episodes back, but I've had these gifts since then, and I'm just looking for an excuse to get them out of my house so they can get them to them. So that's what this is. Yay.
Yay. Well, we thank you so much, man. So let's see. You said there's one for me and one for Jess.
Oh, no, I don't remember how many things are in there.
Is that a window decal or?
Yeah, it's a decal.
Nice.
Your window.
Decal the flux capacitor.
That's nice.
I would throw this to you, honey, but I don't think it would make it across the room.
It's okay.
All right. So, very nice. Thank you. And let's see. Look at that.
You guys can fight over that.
We got socks.
Socks. Yay.
I know exactly who that's going to.
Yeah.
She's across the room. It's got his jacket vest on there, 88 miles per hour. It's got the clock and the flux capacitor, and it says Back to the Future on it. Very cool.
Oh, nice.
Socks are always good. Huh?
That might be the most out of the ordinary socks I have. I'm so bare bones with socks. Black socks, white socks. That's it.
And well, look at that. Anybody ready for an airplane crash? We've got a black box.
Nope.
Ha.
Sorry.
Ha. Nice.
Hand that to Jess.
Okay.
Can you? Can you get it to her?
Not easily.
Okay. Well, then you open it because it's for
get
her.
I could get up.
You're covered up in your blanket.
Yeah.
You're like a little grandmother.
That's okay. You
sitting over
open
there.
it. Just show her.
Oh, this is definitely Jess's. Sorry, honey, you don't get the
100%.
socks.
That's kind of, I'm just gonna guess that it's a cup. It's a coffee cup.
There it is. Can you look over here?
Yay! It's Save the Clock Tower.
Save the clock tower.
Oh,
mug.
nice.
I was gonna say the box. I could kind of just like get an idea just based on looking at the box.
I loved that. I was like, "This is Jess. This is
Yes.
get Jess all over it."
Totally her.
Thank you. That is awesome. Save the Clock Tower.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Kevin. We appreciate
Awesome. Thank
these.
you.
Make sure there's nothing else in there. I don't know. There might have been one more thing. I think there was one more thing in there. Maybe.
All right,
I don't
let's
know.
We had to.
The decals, the socks,
Maybe
the mug,
not. I don't know.
Maybe
paper.
Paper?
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. All right, cool.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Yeah,
we
for
appreciate
sure.
that.
Thank you.
I think I had the socks, the decal, and he got me a cool pin.
Nice.
Oh, of course.
Like a
And Bo got the pin because Bo's the pin guy. So,
Yes.
you know.
I'm the
course.
pinhead.
Yes.
I'm the pinhead.
Yeah, he got one. I think the one I gave you was the DeLorean opening
Yeah.
up, I think it was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, Kevin, very much,
Yes,
man. We
thank you.
appreciate
It's
that.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So yeah, well, that was the segue. That was a good segue into that. So, Bo, couple weeks, what you been up to, man?
So yeah, mostly I've been creative. I've been on a big getting tools. I've been kind of going to Lowe's and Harbor Freight, kind of adding more to the thing. I got me I got me a I used to brag. The only thing I said, I got me an impact drill, which is like the greatest thing ever. It's like a regular power drill with a little bit more extra oomph to it.
Is that kind of like a hammer drill?
No, they I don't know if it's a hammer drill. It's just a little bit. It's got a little bit more torque to it.
Okay.
Yeah, but does it when you use it, does it go?
It
Whenever it's-
can. It can.
Okay, yeah.
Mine's it's a quarter inch one. It isn't the half inch, more the bigger style. It's only 24 volt. I think like the other ones, they're usually either a 40 volt or higher. I think.
Wow, mine are all 18 volts. I feel
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to step it up now.
It's done pretty good. I put up a coat rack over there and a couple other things I need to work on. Like we have like our wireless security cameras. We have one on our driveway, and it was just the base to the tree, and it just bothered me because I was like, about every 6 months, I have to back the screws out where it grows into the tree. Well, I finally got a 2x4, painted it and everything, and I just went ahead and added the base to that 2x4, and then I took a lag bolt and just into the tree that
Nice.
way. So
Take that tree.
Yep. And beyond that, I got the wild hair yesterday. If you guys can't see me, I hung up a few of my patches.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet, that looks great.
Yeah, I realized I've got that, and then if you're wondering the green squat, I was trying to put up my Marriott carpet. Yeah, you can try to put my Marriott carpet up somewhere, but I can't. I didn't have a command strip for it, but I do have, which Megan, was so gracious to give me. But that's the green carpet from the 2016 premiere.
Mm-hmm.
I got and a couple other things, but that, and I also have tried sorting all my Dragon Con badges, and I don't know if I've either lost it. I realize that I do not have my 2016 badge, so I'm currently looking for it. I've been really good not to lose any of my badges, so it may be in a pile I haven't found.
Maybe you can find one on eBay if you can't ever find it.
Yeah, I figured that's what I was going to. I'd hate that I can't find my original one. I know it's here somewhere. I just got to find it.
Yeah.
But
That's like me. Like I've got a piece of that green carpet as well, and
Yeah.
my Marriott carpet. I don't know where they are. They're in storage somewhere.
Yeah, there's a couple other things I need to hang up. I just been like, I finally like it's not as cluttered behind me as it was, but
Yeah. Well, I won't say what our house looks like right now with getting ready for Christmas and stuff.
No.
I had to shove everything out of this corner behind me before we started, so we wouldn't show up on camera. We're trying to finish up gifts and everything else, and that's one of our kids' gifts was this massive box.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, for us, not much has been going on outside of just work and everything else. This came, I've mentioned the last few episodes. I really would like to get Tara Strong to do something for us. And
Mhm.
oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of the seller on Etsy, but came up with this Miss Minutes clock. It's over in England, and I'm terrible at remembering where it came from. I will, in the show notes, I'll put a link to the seller, just credit.
Mhm.
But she's adorable. I love her.
Yeah.
Little Miss Minutes over here. I have finished my semester for my master's degree.
Mhm.
I'm down to one class left.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
One class in the spring, and I am out of this program. I will have a master's degree, and I can rest in the evenings.
Is this your capstone class?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and I think it's going to be a comprehensive essay is what my advisor is leaning towards instead of a big capstone project or a thesis. He's kind of wanting just kind of an essay. He's like, you're carrying and I'm not bragging, this is what he said, you're carrying a 4.0 over this master's program was pretty impressive. I think may have you do like a short essay that will be due over 2 days. You can handle it and you'll be done. Just do he said, I'll give you some reading assignments to do some refresh readings from over your courses over the last 2.5 years. And,
So this
graduate.
class is basically going to focus on you getting your capstone done, basically.
Yeah,
That's what this class is. That's cool.
Yep. And that'll be done. And
So it'll be basically one essay that you're doing where you've been like churning out like multiple, like crazy over this.
That's what he made it sound like. And,
Wow.
he may come up with something different once classes start back in January, but yeah.
It's wild.
I'm excited about it. Naturally, it'll be good to feel human again, not so swamped and overexerted. But outside of that, we hadn't done much, have we, honey?
No, just been kind of just been getting back into the swing of things after Thanksgiving, after being at Disney, and yeah, the last 2 weeks have just been, yeah. I mean, work's been slammed for me, of course, and but we've got a lot of things to look forward to in the next couple of weeks. On other besides Christmas, we have TSO Trans-Siberian
yes.
Orchestra coming up soon, and going to go see Die Hard again this year at the Alabama Theater. So
Mhm.
lots of things coming up, but yeah, it's been kind of low key last couple of weeks here.
Yep. Yep. And getting my daughter ready for college.
Mm-hmm.
That process has started.
Yeah.
She called me last night. We were driving on the way home from dinner, and she called and she said, "I got into my music program." So she auditioned last week at the university she's going to attend to try to get into their vocal program, and she got right in, no problem.
Yeah.
They were really impressed with her and wrote her a really nice letter, welcoming her to the program and letting her know how she did. And so she's on cloud 9. So
Nice.
yeah, it's gonna be great to have her at peace and happy and everything else. She's been ready to get out of high school. Well, ever since she got in. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that'll be good. And my son just celebrated the birthday.
Mm-hmm.
He's now the big 1-5. So I got to prepare myself sometime over Christmas break to start teaching him how to drive. So it won't be all peaceful
Yeah.
during the
Oh, and
holidays.
I finally got to try Tim Hortons too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
is
great.
that?
I mean, it's good. It's donuts, but it was really good.
It's donuts A.
Did you get poutine?
No, they didn't have. I don't
think they had it.
They didn't serve it there.
Yeah.
What kind
yeah.
of crazy is that?
Tim Hortons is kind of a
This is a really
coffee and bakery store over in Georgia
Yeah.
where we went.
Yeah, but that's like a Canadian thing, right?
It is.
I
They
did not
usually do
know.
poutine.
I
don't they?
didn't. I didn't notice if it was on the menu. We were just going for some donuts.
Honestly, I
or
don't think it was on the
some
menu when I went
Timbits.
to the one in Canada.
Yeah, I don't. I've never been to the.
What?
Yeah, Brock's the only one of us that's been to the one in Canada.
Okay.
I don't know, but yeah, had some Timbits. Finally, they were good.
Yeah. The Timbits. She's like, "Give me a box of 40." Like the largest box they had. And I'm like, "What?" Because they're just giant donut holes.
Yeah, that's all
basically.
there are. Is just donut holes.
And we walked out of there and she's looking at them and she's eating a couple. She's like, "I think I went overboard."
I think I might have got too many.
But they disappeared within a couple of days, though.
I mean, my reasoning was that I don't know when we'll be back to this particular area again, and this is not an area that we frequent. We only are passing through for reasons that we have to be there, so which isn't often.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I that's one thing that happened. So
Yeah.
They supposedly have poutine donuts,
What?
and they bring back poutine every once in a while. It's a limited time thing.
Okay.
Sometimes for Canada Day, which means that
Mm.
we may not get it. So
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well,
that sucks.
I just make it.
yeah, we
I
made
love
poutine at the house.
So good. So
Mhm.
good.
All you need is some fries and some gravy and some cheese curds.
That's like I'm almost sore that we didn't invent that. That is so southern. I mean, seriously, think about it. It's what it's made of.
Which cheese curds, you'd be surprised, are actually kind of hard to find.
They were difficult to find up here.
Yeah.
Where did we eventually find them?
Target.
Was it Target?
Yeah.
I know back in Auburn, I had to go looking in Kroger. Nobody else carried it except for Kroger.
I would think like World Market would carry it.
You would think. And that's one place we didn't check.
Oh snap! I could get it on Kroger delivery.
Never mind. It's no longer hard to find.
Look, cheddar cheese curd. Can I
What
get
if
it on
Aldi
there?
would have them?
Oh yeah, add to cart. Yeah.
Thanks, Kroger.
Yes.
This has been Shopping with Jessica on the Bama Geeks. Man, I'm telling
I
you.
got cheese curds from Kroger.
Boy, we are adulting the heck out of this episode.
I need to place a Kroger delivery anyway. So
So yeah, if Jess is inattentive during the podcast, during this episode, that's what she's doing. She's shopping.
yeah.
If you don't include cheese curds in the title of this episode, Brock, I don't even know what to do with you, man.
Duly noted.
Christmas
Christmas curds.
Christmas
Christmas curds. There we go.
Like the only cheese curds I've enjoyed has always been the fried ones that Culver's. Culver's has them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't been to Culver's in a while.
Add to cart.
Cheese curds just sounds disgusting, but when you eat them,
Yeah.
you're like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is good
Yeah.
stuff.
It's
This
like
is good stuff.
like popcorn. It's like the popcorn strip version of cheese sticks, I guess, might be.
That's a really good way to describe them.
That's perfect.
Yeah. If you like popcorn shrimp, well, this ain't popcorn shrimp. It's cheese curds.
That's what I'm starting. Mozzarella sticks are now jumbo cheese curds. There we go.
Oh me. Well, cool. Yeah, that's all we've been up to. Cheese curds, and Cadillac,
Parades
and
and-
hillbilly music.
I'm kind of afraid to ask Jess if she's got her southern words and phrases because she's so distracted right now with cheese curds.
Well, that was one thing that, to be honest, was keeping me a little distracted there at the beginning because I wanted to try to find something Christmassy, but I did the "Don't Get Your Tinsel in a Tangle" last year, and that's really been about the only Southern phrase or Southern thing that I've found. But when we get to that, I'll have to give credit to Southern Living Online here because there are some. I found an article about things.
Are we moving into it now?
Are we? I don't know.
Yes. I
Are
think
we
it's
gonna
next.
Segue?
Right?
Let's just move on. We'll just
Well,
do this
before
thing.
we do, please join us on social media at Bama Geeks on Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. And you can also join us on the Bama Geeks front porch. Search for that on Facebook. Join the group. We'll let you in, and we may do some surprise streams, like we said, during the holidays. And $5 a month will get you into the Patreon group, patreon.com/Bama Geeks. Extra audio and video content, access to the Discord channel, and who knows what we might pull out once in a while on there. You never know. You have to join and see. Patreon.com/Bama Geeks. All right. Southern words and phrases. My tiny, big-headed Santa hat wife. You did it to yourself.
Well, I mean, but it does. It looks huge.
It's all your fault. It's all your
Yeah.
fault.
So this is probably a little different than what we're used to on our normal episode, but just trying to, this is the Christmas and trying to think of things along the Christmas theme. I did find an article, credit to Southern Living, and it says things only Southerners say in December. So,
It's too hot.
well, that is one of them. But under the section that's listed on Christmas, so did you leave a moon pie out for Santa?
Nice.
Can we bake the Southern Living cover cake for Santa and the reindeer?
Mm.
On Christmas morning, you get what you get and don't pitch a fit.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
I've heard that before.
Yep.
She's decorated everything that doesn't move.
Yeah.
Don't use the Christmas towels. They're for company.
Oh my gosh, my mom. You just channeled my mom so badly in that one. She used to
And-
fuss at me all the time. I'm like, well, why did you put it in my bathroom? Well,
But
that's where people go. I'm like, well, me too.
it's for it's for company. And then finally, don't get your tinsel in a tangle.
Nice.
So that's what I have to offer up for our Christmas episode.
All right. Well, thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Now we'll turn it over to well, come on now. That didn't even transfer over.
Oh, there we
there
go.
he is.
There we go.
Here we go.
Hey,
All right, so-
hey, before you do, show
Sure.
off that Christmas sweater, man.
Oh no, it's part of it, dude. That's what I was
okay.
about to say.
Okay.
So I'm going to theme it a little bit this time. So I've got this cool Christmas sweater for any of our YouTube folks.
Walking around the Christmas trees.
Ewok.
No,
Ewoks.
Ewalking.
Mhm.
Ewalking
Ewalking.
around the Christmas tree. Yeah. So super cool. My incredibly awesome girlfriend Jen got this for me. Love it. I actually mentioned that I wanted it last year. She took note of it and then got it for me this year. So thank you very much, sweetie. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
But I do have some themed dad jokes, and if you guys will forgive me, I want to do "You Might Be a Redneck" jokes.
All right.
All right, I got a few of them that I found here that I really want to do that I really think are hilarious. They're Star Wars themed. So
Nice.
so first off, the dad joke. What do you call a Jawa magician?
Oh, I know.
Harry Houdini.
I knew that was going.
Love it. All right, so all right, so let's do just a handful of redneck Jedi jokes. That you might be a redneck Jedi if your Jedi robe is camouflage.
All right. Didn't have. I know Han's not a Jedi, but didn't he have one of those on Endor?
He did. Well, they all did. That was their whole
Oh,
thing
yeah.
was camo.
Yeah.
Wookiees are offended by your body odor. If you've ever used the force in conjunction with fishing or bowling. If your father has ever said to you, "Shoot, son, come on over to the dark side. It'll be a hoot."
Oh my God.
If at least one wing of your X-wing is primer colored. If you ever hear, "Billy Bob, I'm your father and your uncle."
Oh, hey now. Hey.
Well.
Hey.
Hey, come on now. It's Alabama. We can poke
Hey.
fun at it every once in a while.
Hey.
Well, I mean, there are some worse ones in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you use your R2-D2 unit as a beer coaster.
Jabba?
Yeah, he kind of did. That means Jawa was a redneck, I guess. If your land speeder has a lightsaber rack. All right, I'll stop killing you guys with those.
For
But yeah,
Yeah, no, that's good.
For the younger listeners who might not understand that joke, back years ago, you were I don't think you're allowed to do this anymore. But like,
no, you can still do it with certain things. It's just
Okay.
no one's dumb enough to do it now because if you do it, someone's going to break into
Break
your
in
truck or whatever,
Yep.
steal
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be a shotgun rack, rifle rack that you could mount in your back window of your truck
Mm-hmm.
and hang your hunting rifles on there. But yeah, these days you can't really trust people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Like I'm pretty
Lovely.
sure we all had somebody in high school had a gun rack in their car.
Oh
Or truck.
yeah.
I had several members of my family that had gun racks. So
Well, very good. Very good. Does that wrap it up for you?
I mean, I could keep going with these things. I mean,
Well, we do have time constraints
You do.
today.
Hey,
Yeah.
you could keep going.
yeah, I've
We'll
got
just
more
need
of
to-
them. Some of them are really, really cringy.
We'll save those.
Yeah.
So, very nice. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Mhm.
Let's see. I'm trying to rearrange
Click,
stuff again
click,
here.
Click.
Yeah. Where are we
Do,
going?
There
There we go. It's Hollywood Squares. So yeah, as we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, this will probably be it for 2023. And you guys got any big Christmas plans, holiday plans?
TSO,
Yeah,
TSO is going to be right before
Trans-Siberian
Christmas.
that's December 20th. The BJCC. We'll all be
You know,
there.
a ton of different Christmas parties going to. I mean,
Mhm.
you go and see family, you go visit family. I've got at least one other. I think it was a concert or something. I don't even remember. I get to the holidays and I'm like, I'm just going to go where my calendar tells me to go,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it. Yeah, Christmas parties, TSO. We're going to see Die Hard, like Jess
Mhm.
mentioned.
Right.
We're gonna. It's not Christmas unless you see Hans Gruber fall off Nakatomi Plaza.
That's right.
It is the ultimate Christmas movie, and I'll fight anybody who says it's not. But yeah, it's just those are the things that I'm kind of looking for, and I'm also looking forward to a quiet, hopefully quiet, Christmas break would be really nice.
Yeah. Same here. We'll get the kids Christmas afternoon, and we'll keep them through New Year's Eve because my daughter's got to go somewhere on New Year's Day. So we normally keep them into January, but That'll be a little bit shorter this time, but yeah, we're really not going to do much. Like I said, Jess has got work. I'm going to be off, and I'm really going to take advantage of it this year. This first few days before we get the kids, I do not plan on doing anything real. I mean, I'll straighten up the house and everything else and get ready for them to join us for Christmas and all. But outside of that, I'm finally going to play some video games this time around. Haven't done that really in a while. Need to get back on Starfield. But I also picked up the Atari 2600 Plus.
Nice.
The remake Atari that they just put out not long ago. And okay. It's got the cartridges. It's got a cartridge with like dip switches on it that you can flip between 2 or 10 different games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I think you can actually like get old Atari cartridges.
Yeah,
and
I think
play them.
Yeah, I think that was one of the big selling points for it.
That's why I bought it. So I'm gonna go over to like Zone 1 video games that we like to frequent, that Bo introduced us to. I may go down there and see what I know. They've got some Atari games down there, so I may go vintage Atari hunting.
Yeah, like I said, that will go there. Alex, I'm trying to think where else. I know this is kind of like maybe thinks Central Alabama related, but I know I saw where sadly What's on Second is closing down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The owner passed away. I read
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
But I forgot what was there was another store they were recommending people to go to. What was that? I feel bad. I can't remember.
I know Second and Charles has some Atari games and stuff.
Yeah. The Atari collector market's kind of it's still not as big as right now, like the SNES era. But yeah, the Atari market's still out there. You can find them. Probably mostly sports games, but that you'll find a lot of.
Yeah. But the games I really like playing, like Combat and Haunted House, stuff that I grew up with.
Yeah.
That's on that included cartridge. That's one of the 10. Those are a couple of the 10 games that were included. So I may fire that up. I definitely need to get back, like I said, Starfield. This is one I need to. I got my son. We got him for his part of his birthday, the WWE 2K23. He was wanting that, so we found that for him. Oh boy! And we couldn't find it in store for the version for his Xbox, so we had to order it off the website, GameStop's website, and of course, who do they use? FedEx.
Yeah.
Fun.
Did FedEx deliver it to his house? Nope.
No.
But
course not.
thankfully, they did include a delivery picture, and it was the house down the street that my son recognized. So he ran down there that night, knocking on the door. Do you have my game?
Can I have my package?
Yeah.
Pardon me, sir. Do you have my game?
Yeah. So the neighbor's like, yeah, we do actually. Like,
Mhm.
okay. So he wound up he did get it, thankfully. So it's the great time of the year where we have to endure FedEx.
Hey, on that aside story, you actually made me think of this. Our great state of Alabama here, apparently back in 2019, overpaid folks for tax returns.
Yeah.
And a good bit of people that filed in 2019 are getting a $150 or a $300 rebate check. It just comes in and it's random. If you didn't know about it, you're like, what the heck? And I had no idea about this. So I get I get that USPS Informed Delivery Digest, and all of a sudden I see something from the Alabama Department of Revenue tax, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Right? And then I went and started looking, and I saw that everyone was getting a check. Granted, it's $383 million out of our general education fund, so yay, whatever. But I didn't get it in my mailbox. And I'm not going to hate on USPS like you hate on FedEx, because I know the people that deliver our mail, and they are freaking amazing. And they've taken like shots of the post office right now with the amount, like mountains of boxes that they have to deliver on a daily basis. So not a complaint, but I have the most awesome neighbors that live on either side of me. And it got delivered to my elderly neighbor next door, and she didn't pay attention, and she opened it. And she felt, it was so funny because she felt so bad about it. She's like, I'm so sorry I opened your mail. And something from the Alabama Department of Tax on top of that. And I was like, it's okay. You got it to me. I'm good. So I think you just kind of have to, especially this time of year, you just kind of have to, you just kind of have to just kind of give them a little bit of slack. I mean, FedEx deserves it sometimes. But this time of year, they're just trying to find people to deliver right now. It's just tough for them to even find people that would want to drive for them. I mean, because everybody wants to work for you at UPS now.
And I have not verified this, but like my boss was telling me, because he and I were talking about the FedEx issues or whatever, and he mentioned that UPS worked out a deal with their union to, like, on average, the UPS drivers now are making over between 100 170 grand.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And so
that's where the UPS joke came from. Like, they all want to be UPS drivers because they're unionized and they actually protect, and they have a Teamsters union.
Yeah.
With, and, you know, regardless of what you personally think of unions, that is one of the best things in the world for UPS drivers. Is that they actually have those protections, whereas FedEx doesn't. They don't have a union like that.
And FedEx, what he was telling me is FedEx has been losing a ton of drivers to UPS for that reason.
Yep.
And so they're having to do third-party hires and just, pick up people off the street basically to drive for UPS. And so and he told me that a few days ago. So yeah, I maybe because of that I've been a little harsh on UPS, even though I still will leave less than stellar comments when they misdeliver something in the route. They're like, how did the delivery go? I'll usually leave 1 star, and why? Like, your drivers are terrible. And I do that to try to give somebody somewhere some feedback of treat them better, do a better job, hire better quality people. And yeah,
that is a upper level corporate politics thing that a lot of companies struggle with. They try their darndest to keep unions out, and sometimes unions are needed. I mean, it is a political issue, and I'm not trying to get into that. But in the case of UPS, that Teamsters union, they use that as kind of a sounding board of like, hey, this may work for you if you need a Teamsters union. Look what we were able to do with UPS.
Yeah. Yep. It's definitely needed sometimes. Absolutely. And I feel like my biggest battles, my internal first world problems, are delivery companies, because we do have a lot of things coming in and out, and
we all do.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of our lives live off of that now.
Yeah.
With Amazon, and other companies like that. It's just like everything's shifted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the last 10 years, the amount of things that have shifted to e-commerce is insane.
Yep.
I mean, look at me. I do Kroger delivery,
which has been great every time.
Yeah.
I love Kroger. Come to Birmingham Kroger. Come back.
Although
physical stores.
Although don't order bread. My bread was a little smushed, but it's okay.
It tasted fine. I enjoyed it. I had tiny sandwiches. It was fine. Oh, me. So, wow, that's the Christmas spirit there for FedEx.
Yeah.
Oh, me. But I can't think of anything else really as far as Christmas related to talk about. This will be, of course, my first Christmas without my dad. I'm not bringing it down whatsoever. Dad's birthday was Christmas Eve. So that's going to be a little odd this year. I got to see him on his birthday last year, and that was the last time I got to see him. So it's kind of weird not knowing I'm not going to even attempt to see him this year, so, sorry, my brain kind of froze. I was not trying to bring it down. I was just like, that's just something different this year. It's just the only parent we will associate with for the holidays is Jess's dad. He's the last one standing.
Yeah.
So we'll enjoy our time with him for sure.
Right.
And then the kids. So,
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to Christmas morning. It's just the letting Brock see what's under the tree for him. I get to see what's under the tree for me, and giving the gifts out to the kids, and just waiting to see some of the reactions that we're going to get from some of those. So
Mhm.
it's just something to look forward to here in the next couple of weeks.
Is your son excited for Christmas this year, Bo?
Yeah, like I said, he's looking forward to it. He's got a couple things coming. He doesn't know about. He doesn't really, like I said, I say that as a parent, as I got a bunch of crud behind me, but he doesn't need much either. But I like me, I've told my wife, me and my wife are like, don't buy each other anything, just But I think we've got one or two small things, but beyond that,
Yeah.
he's looking forward to it. I'm sure the grandparents will spoil him because like on he is on my side of the family, well, both sides of the family, he is the youngest grandchild. So
Mhm.
Oh, the baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
for my family, we're the only family that's going to be there for Christmas. My stepbrother and stepsister, they both live away. My stepsister, she lives in Maryland, and my stepbrother lives in Utah. So
Wow.
Okay,
neither
so-
one of them are making it in for the holidays. So it'll be just us. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know they lived that far apart from each other. That's
Yeah, my stepsister, her and my brother-in-law, they've been in Maryland 10 years or more.
okay.
And then my stepbrother, he just moved to Utah last year.
Mhm.
He's doing something with helicopter flying. He was in the Air Force, and now he's
Ah.
doing this as kind of one of those dream chase things. So
Mhm.
Very cool. All right. All right.
I did want to add, and I
Yeah.
will say this without hopefully without a lot of emotion and not a lot of follow up on it, but I will say for this holiday season, wherever you are, Mom, we love you. Your family loves you, and we hope that you're well. And I know that she will occasionally, wherever she is, will watch this. Just know your family loves you, and we hope you're safe.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Like Jess, I'm looking forward to her opening up a couple of things.
I have no idea, and that's
shouldn't.
always I never well, of course, yeah, I shouldn't, but I never know I never know what I want as a gift.
You've
But
already gotten one.
well, yeah, I had to go ahead and get one so that I could enjoy it for the Christmas season. I was surprised at work a couple of days ago with a fragile box.
Fragility.
A fragile box. And inside that fragile box was a major award. A full size. Well, I mean, granted, I think there was one, you said one a little bigger than what I got, but
the tallest one was 50 inches, but yours
Mhm.
is 45 inches. It's nothing to sneeze at.
no, not at all. And
No,
it makes a prominent statement on the corner of my desk at work right now, and I get a lot of good reaction from it. But I've always wanted a Christmas Story leg lamp, and I got one this year thanks to my hubby over there.
Just don't get her a Red Ryder BB gun so she shoots your eyes out.
That's for me.
But Brock's always he never disappoints. He always does a fantastic job, and he will tell you that his love language is gift giving, and he's so very good at it. So I always look forward to seeing what I'm going to unwrap for anniversary or birthday or Christmas. It's always it's always a treat. And
Yeah.
something I always look forward to.
Well, it's a trait that I inherited from my mom. My
Mhm.
mom would give you the shirt off her back. And there's one thing I miss about my mom, not getting things from her, but just her giving nature. Not only with physical things, but in gifts, but just her love and attention. So that's always hard every year at Christmas, but
Well, you do a good job at it, and that's why
I try to make up for it.
I'm always trying to think, and not that it's a competition, but
No.
I just still think I hope that I did as good for you as I always feel that you did for me.
Always. I don't worry about that. And it's always they always say, it's the season of giving, and that's what I love to do, and I don't expect things in return.
Yeah.
I love to give, but the one good thing about the Christmas season and related to my mom is my mom was known for making exceptionally good food, especially she's got a recipe called Jones Party Meatballs. And we've already just I don't know if I'm sure I've said it at some point on during the podcast, but Jess cooks just like my mom. Everything she touches tastes like my mom's food. So when we were dating and she started cooking, I'm like, oh, I'm not letting you go whatsoever. That was a
Well,
bonus.
they say that's usually the key to a man's heart is through his
Yes.
stomach.
Yes.
Well, and as much as, cooking is kind of like work and it's a task but you give me a recipe of any kind, I can pretty much, and pretty much deliver upon the recipe given. So
Yeah, and she can and she does. And my mom's meatballs taste just as meatballs that she makes from my mom's recipe. They're identical to my mom's. So I always had that little piece of mom now every Christmas, and she made them for our office potluck the other day, and so I've already had them. And
you know what else I'm tasked with too at this time of year?
peanut butter cornflake candy.
Cornflake peanut butter candy. Yes.
Just like my mom made.
Oh, that is so good.
Yeah.
So I had 4 different people ask me for that recipe at the potluck this year. And I said, okay, just because I love you all and I will give you this recipe, but you can't share it anywhere. And the reason is when I'm done with my master's, one of my projects I've got in the back of my mind is I've got all my mom's handwritten recipes. I'm going to make a cookbook and I am going to sell that cookbook, but it'll include pictures of my mom and some of her photocopies of her handwritten recipes, along with them typed out, maybe some anecdotes sprinkled throughout about mom. So that's a project that I came up with a few years ago. My sisters on my dad's side, they have been after me. When are we getting your mom's cookbook? Because they remember mom's cooking, and it's like, I'll get around to it. In fact, one I mentioned it the other day. When you ever going to do that cookbook? It's coming. Just let me get done with my master's, and it's coming.
Speaking of Christmas treats and Christmas goodies,
did
we have a discussion earlier about Little Debbie?
Oh man, this is a PSA. I think we mentioned it last year, but
Ta-da!
Brock has, if you on YouTube, he's showing our the famous Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes.
Yes.
And there is a certain way that you eat these that we'd like to share that I actually shared with Brock and Jess last year, and they tried it and they were like, "This is legit. He's not joking."
This is the only way we'll do it now. Yeah.
Oddly enough, when you eat these, don't just eat them. Don't go to Walmart or whatever and pick up a box. Don't just eat them. Put them in the freezer.
Parking lot.
It sounds so weird. It's a cake, but put it in the freezer. It's something about the way that the consistency of how those are done and just how soft they are on the inside. When you freeze them, it gives them a little bit of a crunch to them. It makes it boosts the flavor 10 times. It just makes it so much better.
I agree.
I wonder if that'll apply to the Valentine's and Easter cakes also. We have to try that.
Give it a try, If it works, it works, right?
Oh, they still have the Christmas cards on it. Nice.
Yeah, they got little tags on here. You can cut out the tags on the back of the box and put them on people's gifts.
Now there is Christmas tree cake. They did make a line of Little Debbie ice creams with the Christmas tree cakes, which we've gotten that before. They also
it's not the same though.
It's not the same. No, it's not. They also did the cherry cordials, and I think they did the chocolate flavor Christmas tree cake ice cream too. So, but I haven't. The only I did buy some Bluebell Christmas cookie ice cream, so that's been good.
And it's sugar cookie flavored, and I'm not big on sugar cookies, but this ice cream, man, pretty good. Pretty good.
I will say, so far as Little Debbie, like the Christmas tree cakes go, this year I haven't found the ones that I found last year, which were like the chunky Christmas tree cakes. Like you get the normal ones, like the box you have right there that you showed for our YouTube viewers. But those Christmas tree cakes are the normal size. These were chunksters. They were big trees and they were wider.
That's actually the box I bought before I got those, and we have some of those. We have some of those in the freezer right now.
I know they've been selling them individually wrapped at like convenience stores and stuff like that.
The chunky ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It is the way to eat them. It really is the way. I mean, if you eat them out of the box I don't fault you, but you're
Yeah.
not eating them with a full experience. You just
Give
need
it a
to
try.
just throw it in the freezer.
Right. Throw it in the freezer.
Come back, come back in about maybe 4 hours. Pull one out, try it. You trust me, it's good. It's really, really good.
I open the box up and immediately they get tossed in the freezer.
Every time. Except for this one, she just she just got these, so they
Yeah.
haven't been put in the freezer yet. But
We still have some in the freezer right now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and your mileage may vary on this because freezer isn't the magical device that just freezes everything forever. But you can. I actually tested this last year. You can keep them up to like July, and they're still okay. So I
Okay.
had one that was in my freezer that was there until July, and I was like, I'm going to be the test subject and test this. It was actually still pretty good, and I didn't die. So obviously,
this little treat I found hidden in the back of the freezer. Look at there.
for science.
I had to avoid that thing because I knew it was there, and I was like, I'm going to wait until as far from Christmas as possible and see if this is still good. You could legitimately potentially have Christmas tree cakes in July if you wanted to. If you did that.
That's like Brock and I freezing the piece of our wedding cake and then eating it
on the anniversary.
on the first anniversary. So
I attempted on the second, but the first was good. I got to share this. As people know, been married before. When we went on our honeymoon, my ex-wife and I, she accidentally left our wedding cake sitting out because we were in such a rush to get from our wedding to Yosemite National Park, and so we forgot to put the cake in the freezer, and we were gone for a week and a half, 2 weeks on our honeymoon, and came back and it's like,
that's sitting there. Yeah.
Oh, look, honey, gnats. But thankfully, her mom had said, say piece of the part of our the top of our wedding cake, and had put it in the freezer, so we were able to do that. But yeah, if you're rushing out the door to your honeymoon, don't leave your cake out.
And make sure you turn the gas off on the stove,
Yes.
stuff like that too,
Yeah.
Helpful hints. Thanks, guys.
Important safety tip.
Yeah, important safety tips.
Thanks, Egon.
Back to you, Vern.
Yeah.
So, we have got to get ready to do our narration tonight. We've got to yank the Santa hats off and get our hair did.
Yeah, gotta get
ready
for that. Yeah.
But we thoroughly thank you so much for being with us throughout 2023. We're going to be heading into our third year as a podcast.
Wow.
Coming up in early 2024, and we look forward to bringing you another regular episode then. It'll be sometime after the beginning of January. Like I said, just keep up with us on social media, which is at Bama Geeks on Instagram, on X, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, and also in the Bama Geeks front porch on Facebook. We may do a little bit of live streaming for those guys. So hop on in and join us. Just ask to join. We'll accept you. And also on Patreon, $5 a month. Get you extra video and audio, bonus Discord, and some other stuff. So patreon.com/Bama Geeks. And we appreciate everybody for your support for another year. And we look forward to joining you again on a regular basis in 2024.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year. Hope everything goes wonderful for all you during the holidays. And
yeah. Be safe. Enjoy time with your family and friends. And, we'll hopefully see you back here in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any parting words from you guys for the year?
I wanted to say, obviously we want to see you guys here in January. We're going to be here regardless. So, if you guys want to come back and, see our next episode, we'd appreciate it. But we're going to be continuing to spit these episodes out. So
yeah,
we'd love to see you guys
rise.
That's right.
There you go.
That's one of our previous Southern phrases, Southern words and phrases.
So, all right. Well, for Bo and Kevin and Jess, we might see you live streaming or somewhere on social media between now and our next episode in January. Have a wonderful Christmas. Be safe. Take care. We'll catch you next time.
Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Bye now.
See you next year.